Okay guys, this is Nate with Backwoods Sniper Outdoors. I'm just going to show you something quick. I made this camera arm because if you look at camera arms, if you're interested in self-filming, they're actually quite expensive. I'm just going to go over how I made it with you, because if you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, you're actually going to really like this, so you don't go broke buying a camera arm of good quality. I'm going to start up front. This is how I knew I could make it, because I obviously didn't have to make this. This was the head already off my tripod, my Targus professional tripod, and I really like this head, so I wanted to make a tripod or a camera arm that included this head just because of how nice it was. It's very fluid, very nice, very smooth, and very easy to use, and it has a level on it there. You can't really see it. So I obviously knew the legs of it. These things right here were going to be made out of metal, but I didn't know what to get. I happened to stop in my local hardware store, and they had 3/4 inch steel square tubing. So that's what I picked up. This is all 3/4 inches. It was a total of 36 inches till I cut it. I cut it into about 12-inch sections, give or take. I'm going to show you though. You're gonna want to cut the first one the shortest, the second one the second shortest, and the third one the longest. So when these come together, the nuts clear, or the bolts clear each other. That's going to be a very important thing when you make this. So I did that. I cut these all down and I drilled holes. This is going to be another very important thing when you do this. If you have a drill press, use it, or if you can get access to one, because these need to be very straight, or you will get an uneven close like that. But it still works perfectly fine. But if you can get a drill press, do so. If not, just take your time drilling the holes. So I drilled all the holes to 5/16, and I put 5/16 bolts through them. That which you can see right there, that is a washer, a typical 5/16 metal washer, and then a 5/16 nylon washer, and then another 5/16 metal washer. That goes right there and right there. This is just a metal washer in between there, just because you're not going to be adjusting the elevation very much. It's probably going to stay the same because you're going to use this elevation here on my tripod head. My tripod head was a 3/8 bolt. Yours might be different, I'm not sure. But it accepted a 3/8 because it already had a threaded nut in it, which it would have been like a 1/2-inch bolt if I didn't have that threaded nut. This was the important part, and the part that caused me a lot of headaches. How to mount it. This is an HME bow holder. Before, where this was coming out, it used to look something like this. You would have put this bow holder on the arm of your tree stand, and the limit of your bow would sit in there. I saw this on Cabela's. I went there and I bought this for $15, and I cut this off when I got home and put a bolt through it, and then attached the bolt through there. This wasn't the way I originally planned on mounting it. I planned on mounting it to the tree, but this is probably going to be the more convenient way. So, the other very important thing with this, because you're gonna have a lot of headaches if you don't. These need to be self-locking. You can't really see it. This doesn't adjust very well. These need to be self-locking nuts, or else when you move these back and forth, they're all going to come loose, and it's just going to be such a headache. Sorry guys, I'm sick. But overall, it's a really simple project, as long as you take your time, like I said. The big thing is you need to make this one the longest, this one the second longest, second longest, shortest. I'd say about 1.5 inches to 2 inches difference on each one, just so you know. So, just throwing that out there. You're going to have to do that. Make sure all these holes are center, so when all these are center, so that would be 3/8 on each side of where the center of the hole, and you're going to come out with a really nice camera arm for the money. I think overall I paid $8 for the tubing, about $15 for the hardware. Sorry, you can't really see that. $15 for the hardware, and I already had this. Sorry, my light went out. And this was $15. So I mean, it ran me about $40, and that's what you'll pay for a cheap camera arm with the with a cheaper head. So I have a very, very nice head on mine now, and the camera arm's not quite up to the standard, but it'll work just as well. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. If you have any other questions, like I said, I have other ways of mounting this. If you want to know other ways of mounting it, leave a comment for Zach or me, and we'll get back to you. And please leave a like, subscribe, and hunting season's going to be here in a couple weeks, guys, so we plan on having some videos for you. Thank you.